Hello everyone, my name is Jiancheng Guo, and here is the demo for my final project, Skills Plus. At first, I would like to talk about the introduction about my final project. For my final project, Skills Plus, it has two main features. The first one is the product identification, and the second one is the connection to the mobile device. And for the first one, for the traditional skills, we need to identify the product using the bar code of the QR code. But for my Skills Plus, I will use the convolutional neural network as the predictor for the items using the camera. And we can say that it can do the collection for the items. And for the connection to the mobile device, is that Skills Plus had the connection to the mobile device, which means that it can send the information message to the mobile device, and the mobile device can do the display and the checkout. And the next, I would like to talk about the hardware. We can have an overview about my project. And we can see here is the camera, and it is attached to the lamp holder, and it also connects to the Raspberry Pi. And under the camera is the skill, and beside the skill is the Android device for the display. And next, I would like to talk about the design about my project. Here we can see that here is the data flow diagram. From the camera, we can capture an image, and the image will be split into two sub-images. We can see that the left one is the sub-image for the object, and the right one is the sub-image for the digital. And the two sub-images will be sent to the object identification model and the digital identification model. And after two models process, we can get the object type and the object weight. And both of the message will be sent to the price calculation, and it can get the object unit price using the object type and calculate the price using the object unit price. And then the object information and price will be sent to the Android device. Here is the design for my Android app. Here is the graphic user interface. And the left one is the initial interface. And if we can say there are three buttons. If we press the Skills Plus button, it will send the request to the Raspberry Pi, which is serviced as the server. And after the Raspberry Pi gets the capture an image and doing the prediction, it can send the result to the Android app, and Android app can show the related pictures and the name, the unit price, the weight, and the calculated price. And if we press the add to shopping list button, it can add the current item to the shopping list. And after we press the checkout button, it shows the checkout page. It can do the calculation. We can see that the total price. Next is the implementation about my project Skills Plus. At first, I would like to talk about the software. Raspbian operating system was installed on the Raspberry Pi and Android operating system on Android device. And I use Python to do the programming on the Raspberry Pi and Java to develop the Android app on the Android device. And for the software library, I use TensorFlow Lite 2.3 for the object identification on the Raspberry Pi, and Pi camera for capturing an image on the Raspberry Pi. And I use the socket for the communication between Raspberry Pi and the Android device. And next, I generate my own data set for two identification models. First one is the object identification model. I have four categories: apple, mandarin, orange, and pears. And for the second data set, I have the data for each digit from 0 to 9. And I can use it to do the training on the digital identification model. Next is the object identification model. Here is the code structure and the network structure for the object identification model. And we can say that after nearly 200 apples of training, we can get 95% of accuracy. And I also write the test program to do the testing. And we can say that the test result, it can do the correct identification for different categories. And for the digital identification model, we can also say the network structure, which is easier than before. And we can say the result that after nearly 200 apples, we can get 97% of accuracy. And we can also say the test result, it can do the correct prediction for the input rate. And we can also do them together. We can do the object prediction and the digital prediction. Next is the video demo for my project. At first, we need to start the program on the server, which is the Raspberry Pi. And say that it's loading the program. Yes, we can say that it starts the socket, which is using the TCP, and it's listening the port, and it's waiting for the connection. So I need to start the app on my Android device. Here I start the Android device, the app, and I should set the last threshold. And we can say that the weight for the orange is 241 grams. And we press the Skills Plus button. It should send the request to the Raspberry Pi, and we can say that the Raspberry Pi capture an image, which is the weight, 241. And we can say that the Android device is connected to the Raspberry Pi, which is the server, and it sends the request, and the server doing the prediction. Because it's the first time to load the model, it may take a little bit longer time than the next prediction. We can say that the Android device gets the result sending from the Raspberry Pi, which is the server. It shows the image related to the item, which is the orange, and the name, the unit price, the weight, and the price. And if we press the Add to Shopping List button, it can add the current item to the shopping list. We press it twice, and then we can see the checkout result. So that's it. Thanks for the watching.